Hi everyone, Nathan Hawthorne here. I'm a secondary school art teacher and artist from London, and today I just wanted to talk about a really interesting article I read about this year's GCSE and A-Level grading system. So remember that this year no exams will be sat. Instead, your teachers will supply your grades. If you're curious as to how this works, I've already done a video about the grading system and how that's going to work. So if you haven't seen it, I've left a link in the description or as a card in the corner of this video for you to watch when you get the chance. But back to this article. Now, in this article from The Guardian, this former off-call consultant named Dennis Sherwood, who does a whole lot of research and quotes his sources so that we don't have to, he says that if we can demonstrate that teacher assessment works, is trusted, and can be done a lot more quickly and be less costly with a lot less emotional wear and tear for students, we are in a much better position in coming years to evolve something better than the present system. And he goes on to say that Ofqual themselves have said that there are inconsistencies with GCSE and A-level marking. He bases this on the fact that according to Ofqual's report, Marking Consistency Metrics and Update, which was published in November 2018, in an analysis of it, Sherwood says that the document indicated that of 811,776 A-level grades, around 200,000 were incorrect. And of 5,470,076 GCSE grades, more than 1.3 million were incorrect. That's right, around a quarter of exam papers that are externally marked or moderated were done incorrectly. So what does this mean? Well, it means as many people inside and outside education have been aware of for some time that exams are an unreliable way of grading students. And it's a case that applies much more to essay subjects like English and history than it does to scientific subjects like maths and science. So history, for example, had a 56% chance of the mark being agreed had a senior examiner marked it. Whereas for maths, there was a 96% chance of it being correct. Now that doesn't exactly sound fair, does it? Unfortunately, the graph that showed this information doesn't show the information for art or for languages, which is a shame. But either way, Dennis Sherwood describes results as fuzzy. And I think that's a pretty accurate way of describing it. It's sort of like when you can sort of make out the number 3 on the front of a bus that's headed towards you, but the visibility isn't amazing. So all you can sort of make out is maybe that it might be a 3 or it might be an 8. So let's also think of other factors which affect results. I'm sure many of you know someone who's incredibly intelligent and capable and knows all the facts and applications and enjoys learning, but they completely flop every exam. Or in some cases, they get so nervous that they end up feeling sick before or during every exam. Or how about the student who has a bereavement in the family or is stricken with illness or another situation which won't be recognised when they're applying for mitigating circumstances and is literally not even close to being in the correct headspace when they're doing the exam. There are so many factors at play with exam taking and exam grading that could mean that things could be changing for the better, or maybe not. Only time will tell. Let's go back to how they're grading it this year. So now that teachers are looking at how students have worked over the duration of their course and figuring out a grade, we're going to be looking at past mocks, assignments, classwork and homework, among other things to grade students. So there's much more data to draw on. So technically this should be a more reliable method of marking and grading, because let's face it, in the real world, exams are not how work is done. When you're in a job in the real world, you're working with multiple people over a period of time, with quite a bit of information, time and space at your disposal to get the desired results. In the real working world, you can get things wrong, correct them, and still be considered really good at your job or an expert in your field. So surely it makes sense for grades to be given when looking at evidence over a larger period of time. But at the same time, there could be problems here. And the problems could be with the teachers and it could be with Ofqual. But I'll talk about that in another video, so be sure to subscribe so that you don't miss it. So before I close up this video, I just want to briefly mention something else that Dennis Sherwood said. Now, he seems like a really smart and knowledgeable guy, and I think I'll actually keep an eye on his research in the future after this. But what he talks about is how the relationship between the students and the teachers may begin to change, especially from the teacher's perspective, since now there is a degree of control that wasn't there before. It's got me thinking, but I'll leave this to another video as well. So that's all for today. Thanks for watching. Once again, if you haven't already, don't forget to like and subscribe so that you don't miss out on more videos like this. Remember, even though I'm an art specialist, I do post up stuff that's applicable to all students, such as this video here, which discusses a method that I use to consume information and learn stuff online much faster. So, thanks for watching, stay safe out there, until next time.